Hello, yes, Danhausen here. Danhausen here to let you know that Danhausen, one of his top loyal subjects, is Pest the Analyst. Yes, Pest the Analyst Housens. Yes. Danhausen must inform the world that Danhausen has possessed his channel during this month of October, when Danhausen is at his most powerful. Yes? Anyways, Danhausen will be releasing control to him until he returns next year. Yes. Danhausen will be doing some sort of evil things, who knows? Very nice, very evil things. There will certainly be no swearing. But just know that Danhausen is all-powerful. You must know this. Yes, anyways. Love that Danhausen. Watch that Danhausen. Very good. Do not swear. Otherwise Danhausen shall, possess you with his powers. Yes, anyways. Love that Danhausen. Do not swear. No swearing.
Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst. So let's put a couple of things in perspective here, okay? First and foremost, everybody that talked about the Giants versus Tampa Bay game before it happened said that it was going to be a slaughter. Every single prognosticator, every single analyst, every single person said that this game was going to be a blowout. There were people that said that this was going to be a 20-point game. Some even said it was going to be a 30-point game. No one gave the New York Football Giants a shot. Let's just put it in perspective, y'all. And the New York Giants went out there. And the New York Giants fought their asses off against one of the top teams in the league. Like, let's not pretend that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is not just full of monsters. Let's not pretend that the Tampa Bay offense does not have playmakers everywhere. Let's not pretend that, okay? I just want to put it in perspective. Like, I'm not getting ready to make a whole bunch of excuses or nothing like that. I just want to put it in perspective that this game was supposed to be an absolute blowout. And it wasn't. And when I sat down and I rewatched this game, knowing what I already knew, knowing what the end result was going to be, I walked away from this game feeling a lot better than I felt last night at the end of the game. Because to be completely honest, I had every intention to come out here, get in front of this camera, and give my initial reaction. But I just felt sick. I felt sick about the way that game went down. And I couldn't bring it upon myself to come and get in front of this camera. I legitimately turned everything off, got into bed, and fell asleep within 15 minutes, y'all. I was just done. I was like, nah, I'm done. But after watching it today, knowing what I already knew, I saw some things in the game that I really, really liked. So let's talk about them. Let's dig deep into this game, okay? I'm not going to start with the bad. I'm not going to start with the bad. As much as I want to, as much as I want to tear into the player that I'm going to tear into today, I'm going to start with the good. Yeah, let's start with the good. Okay. So, offensively, there were a lot of good things, okay? Let's start with our offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett, who, being completely honest, I don't like, okay? I didn't want him here. Didn't want anything to do with him. But I got to give credit where credit is due, okay? Jason Garrett called a fantastic game last night, all right? We saw trick plays. We saw misdirection. We saw play action. We saw bootlegs. We saw zone reads. We saw a lot of good things. What I like the most is that we saw some power smash mouth running. just go north and south. Go lay a lick on somebody, offensive lineman. Put somebody on their ass. Let's go get a couple of nasty yards. Man, that was refreshing to see this team just bully, just absolutely bully Tampa Bay's interior defensive line, which, by the way, is really, really damn good, okay? This is one of the top teams against the run. And our offensive line just went out there and bullied them and allowed us to get some nasty yards on the ground, and I love it. I'm really happy that Thomas finally had a good game. And I saw some conspiracy theorists out there saying, like, well, did Thomas have a good game because Lemieux was next to him and not Hernandez? Look, I don't know. I don't know if there was a comfort level, or if Thomas decided, hey, you know, my starter, my normal, my brother, you know, on my right-hand side ain't here. I got to pick up the slack. I don't know, okay? But, man, Thomas had a good game. Thomas had a nasty pancake block in the red zone that allowed us to score a rushing touchdown. And it was Thomas and it was Lemieux just bullying the man in front of him. And I loved it. I absolutely loved that. I mean, overall, our offensive line played really well. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that maybe it's starting to click a little bit. At least for our first round pick left tackle. Maybe it's starting to click. Now, listen, we are not going to crown him after one good game, okay? He's going to have to do this consistently before I'm like feeling comfortable with Thomas as our guy on the left, okay? Even though I was one of his biggest cheerleaders and was super happy with the pick, I haven't been all the way happy with his play, but thank God he had a good game. You know, I'm curious, right? Because the trade deadline is past at this point, and we didn't trade anybody. Nobody got traded, and I was curious as to whether Zeitler was going to get traded. Like, I was really curious as to if that was going to happen, and I was like, well, then what do we do? Do we throw Lemieux on the left, maybe put Hernandez on the right, see how he does? I don't know what we do at this point, right? Because, I mean, we've got a guard who played a damn good game. I don't know if Lemieux is going to get an opportunity to start this upcoming weekend. I don't know, because I don't know how they're going to deal with Hernandez in the COVID situation. But I tell you what, man, if Lemieux goes out there and has another good game against another good defensive line in the Washington football team, right? Which pretty sure that hold on a second, because I don't want to say no wrong information here. So let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that's who we're playing next. I look, that's what's in my head, and I could be bugging, I could be tripping, right? I could be. So let's just take a little gander. Take a little gander. Yes, it is the Washington football team. If he has another good game against that team, there's going to be some questions that are going to be had. Like, hey, maybe this guy should just keep starting. And we figure out what we're going to do with Hernandez. I mean, like, just keeping it real, right? Hot hand. You give the hot hand the ball, or in this case, the start. So I don't know. We're going to have to see about that. I was really happy with the separation that our wide receivers was getting. I think our wide receivers did a really good job of getting open, running relatively crisp routes. Darius Slayton seemed to be open down the field all damn game, and Daniel Jones just couldn't hit him. There was a sluggo that was run by Sterling Shepard that he was open. I don't think he ran out of his break properly. I don't listen. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's the reason why the pass wasn't completed. But just from a technical coaching standpoint, I'm watching that film and I'm telling Sterling, run out of your damn break, okay? Don't look back for the ball. Run out of your break, because he had his defender super beat, and if he would have just turned on the Jets and hauled ass, he would have had a 5-6 yard gap between him and the defender. And he would have probably caught that ball and hit his head on the goalpost. So he's got to run out of his break a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Golden Tate. I know that there's this whole thing with Golden Tate. He's pissed off he's not getting the ball enough. His wife is tripping on Instagram. I get it. We should be getting Golden Tate the ball more. Had an amazing touchdown pass at the end of the game. And I don't know why Golden Tate's not out there. Based on the snap count, his snap count's way too low. Maybe it's because we only have 4 wide receivers. We don't want to have them all out there. I don't know, man. I can't call it. But I was happy with. I was really happy with the wide receivers and the separation that they were getting. Okay, they just did a really good job. And listen, listen. One last good point before I get to the bad offense. Wayne Gallman, man. Wayne Gallman was running hard. Although at the beginning of the game, right, I felt like, and I tweeted this, I said, it feels like these running backs are running kind of soft right now. But as the game progressed, man, Wayne Gallman was running hard. He's trying to prove that he belongs on his team. I like it. I'm with it. So like there was the good, man. We put points up. We had a good game plan. For the most part, we executed well. But we got to get into the bad, right? Daniel Jones. The fact that we lost this game is solely on Daniel Jones, y'all. It's solely on Daniel Jones. And I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. It's on Daniel Jones. This kid is just... He's inconsistent. It looks like he's having trouble processing what he's seeing on the field. It seems like he's trying to do too much all the time. I'm curious if he can see the whole field because he's too busy staring down his first read all the damn time. I tweeted last night that I'm off the Daniel Jones train. And that might have been an incorrect statement because I'm not 100% sure I was always on the Daniel Jones train. Now here's the deal. I'm not giving up on Daniel Jones, right? Because for the next 8 games, he's the quarterback. That's just what it is. Joe Judge said that today. He's the quarterback. So I'm not giving up on him. Not right now. But this kid's got 8 games, man. This kid's got 8 games to prove to whoever's making the decisions at the end of the season that he needs to stay here. Like, he's got 8 games to do it, yo. And I don't think 8 games is going to be enough. Just to be completely, I'm just being real. I don't think 8 games is enough for Daniel Jones to prove that he's the guy. Not based off of what I've seen up to this point. Not based on the turnovers that happen every single game. Not based on the decision making that happens every single game. Not based on a deer in the headlights look when he holds the ball longer than 3 seconds. He just looks like, oh, what do I do? Where do I go? I don't know. I can't get with it. And it's easy for me to say that as a guy who hated the Daniel Jones pick. Didn't want him. But this kid's got 8 games. And he better show us something, because if he doesn't, he might not be here. Don't get married to any of these players. I'm just telling you, don't get married to any of these players, y'all. I'm not married to Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. If you're a Daniel Jones lover and you're gonna be in my comment section making all the excuses in the war for him, hey, do you, man? I'm not sitting here saying that you wrong. I'm not the guy that comes up here and says that I'm right and you're wrong. All right? These are all opinions. Okay? In my opinion, I don't think Daniel Jones is the guy. If you think he's the guy, cool. We'll see which one of us is right and which one of us is wrong. I personally don't think he's the guy. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Okay, enough with that, because I don't want this video to be super ass long. On the defensive side, listen, I love this defense, man. I absolutely love this defense. I think this defense has got such a good core and is going to be so good in the future. Like, this defense, y'all, is going to be so good. We are missing a couple of pieces. A couple of pieces. All right, we get a good pass rusher to sprinkle in there. We get another good cornerback to sprinkle in there. Though this defense is nice right now, real nice. Okay, and I love what I'm seeing from them. Check this out. Our interior defensive line is the truth, yo. It just is. Our interior defensive line is the truth. All right, between Big Cat, Tomlinson, Dexter Lawrence, B.J. Hill. Our interior defensive line rotation is the truth. These guys are monsters, okay? I know a lot of y'all was real mad with the whole situation with Leonard Williams, but my goodness, is this guy showing up and showing out. He is trying to get himself a contract. He really is. And I'm not mad at him. More power to him. I hope he gets it. Here or somewhere else. But like, you can't sit here and deny that Leonard Williams is not an asset right now. He just is. He just is. All right. Johnson. I forgot to mention Johnson because Johnson's a guy that I wasn't checking for, but every week he seems to make a play here and a play there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. Listen. Coughlin and Brown. They look serviceable, man. They look pretty good. Carl Coughlin and Cam Brown look pretty good. They look serviceable. Devontae Downs looks serviceable. Like, listen, these guys are making plays where they need to make plays, and I like it. I like it a lot. Like, that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. These guys are not high valued members, right? But they out here, they making plays where they can, and that's all you can ask for guys of this caliber. And look, our DBs are looking good. DBs they look good. They look real good, especially going up against Tom Brady. I know Tom Brady was having like an off night, a lot of inaccurate passes, but that's because there was pressure. He was rattled. He was pissed off, slamming his helmet into the bench at some point. But the DBs did a good job. Shout out to Isaac Adam. He had a pass deflection on a deep play where he couldn't see. He just read the wide receiver's hands, threw his own hands in there, knocked the ball out. Bradbury had a pretty good day, even though the refs didn't want him to. We'll get into the refs in a second. Landon Collins was everywhere. I mean, I don't know. It felt to me like Landon Collins was just everywhere. He was everywhere. This defense is looking really, really good. With the small amount of talent that this defense has, they are looking pretty damn good in my eyes. I am happy with the direction of this defense. 100%. I'm happy with the direction of the overall team, you know, with the exception of a couple of different players, Evan Ingram, Daniel Jones. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. I'm happy. Protect Joe Judge at all costs, y'all. Protect Joe Judge. The reason why we've been in every game except for one is because of Joe Judge and this coaching staff that he put together. This coaching staff that he put together is fantastic. Because these players go out there and they are fighting their ass off, knowing that they're outmatched. They know they're outmatched, okay? When you're on a team that doesn't have the talent necessary to be one of the top teams, you know it from the very beginning. This team knows, we're outmatched out here. We just got to go out here and execute and hope that the ball bounces our way. And that's what they do. They're not phoning it in. They're out there fighting. They're out there trying to win. And I love it. Prime example of that, Jabril Peppers after the game. It's like, I don't care about the record. It's not like we're out here getting our asses kicked. Don't care about what the record says. We care about the product we put out in the field, and we're a play here and a play there away from winning a football game. And that's true. Whether you are angry or you're not angry, all right, you cannot deny the fact that this team on multiple occasions up to this point in the season has been a play away from winning football games in almost every game. A play away. Now listen. Defense played a little bit soft going into the halftime. I don't know why they played that so conservative and let Tom Brady dunk his way up the field so they can kick that field goal. Because to be completely honest, that field goal cost us the game too. But not as much as Daniel Jones cost us the game. And here's the deal. You guys know that I do not have a good relationship with referees. Referees at any level, okay? I'll argue with a peewee football referee. I'll tell him he's stupid, he don't know what he's talking about. I don't like referees. The officiating crew of that game was terrible. It was piss poor, okay? Piss poor. You call a pass interference on Bradbury when he runs the route better than Mike Evans does. You call a initiating contact, lowering the head to initiate contact penalty on a defender that literally stopped and braced. He stopped and braced and took the hit, and they call a penalty on him. And then the pass interference call on the 2-point conversion at the end of the game. Now here's the deal. That should have never been the case because Daniel Jones should have got that ball out quick. If he got that ball out in rhythm, that's a 2-point conversion easy. Okay? It's an easy pass. You put it at the pylon, you let your receiver or running back in this case go get the ball with his toes in and boom, 2 points were going into overtime. That was a bad throw by Daniel Jones. 100% a bad throw by Daniel Jones. Now, I understand that it's kind of a bang-bang type of play, right? And that's the reason why the refs decided to pick up the flag. This is a bang-bang type of play. But that's pass interference. That's 100% pass interference. And if it was the other way around, right? If it was the other way around, then Bucs fans would be losing their minds. Skip Bayless, who by the way was on Undisputed today talking about how it wasn't pass interference, would have been slamming his head into the table. These referees are terrible because it's Tom Brady. All right? Listen, the officiating was bad. Daniel Jones was bad. Everything was good. I still hate him. It's just what it is. Everything played fine, but I still hate him. It was a good team effort overall. We got held back by our quarterback. It's something that we're building on, and we're starting to see it slowly come together. Okay, I keep reminding y'all that this season's not about making the playoffs. This season's not about winning a bunch of games. I mean, I hope that we win more than 1 or 2 games. Obviously, I want to win, but it's not about winning games. It's about building the foundation. And from the looks of it, we're building that foundation. Now, here's the only issue that I see. Who's going to be the general manager, and is he cool with this staff? Is he cool with this coaching staff? Because he kind of has to be cool with this coaching staff. Because this coaching staff is damn good. He's going to have to come in here and be like, yeah, I'm cool with working with this coaching staff. I see what they're doing. And you know what? Honestly, I mean, I know that like a GM wants to come in because he's ego driven and he wants to be able to say every piece that was placed here to make this team better, I did. You know, that's what general managers want to do. But a smart one will come in, see that this coaching staff is doing a damn fine job, and go, you know what? Yeah, all I got to do is come here and put better players on this team. And we winning, baby. So hopefully that's what happens. I don't know, y'all. Listen. Y'all have had 24 hours. Y'all have had 24 hours to be mad, all right? The time for being angry is over. It's off to Washington. It's off to play the football team. That's where it's at now. Nobody got traded. They want to keep everybody on this team. They want to continue to try to build this team cool. I wanted them to trade Evan Ingram, get some draft capital. There was a couple other players that I was okay with drafting. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But, I mean, like, at the end of the day, this is the team. This is what we're doing. And let's focus on the next opponent. And let's see if we can win another game. If we can't win another game, I don't know. By the way, before I go, I better hear something from David Gettleman very soon. Like within the next 7 to 10 days, Dave Gettleman's ass needs to be out in front of a camera telling us why this is the way it is. And if he's not out here in front of this camera, believe you me, I'm going to be calling his ass out. I've supported Dave Gettleman in the past. I said that Dave Gettleman don't got to tell nobody nothing. He still kind of don't have to tell nobody nothing. But his ass needs to be out here telling us something. Like, he needs to be out here saying something. Joe Judge is doing a damn fine job handling it. He really is. The media is not killing him. The media is listening to what he has to say. Because when he talks, we listen. That's just what it is. But Dave Gettleman, you better get your ass out here soon. Like, the next time we hear from you better not be because you're retiring to Cape Cod. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming, listening to me talk. Thank you guys for coming out. I hope everybody is voted because tonight is a very important night. I'm going to be spending a little bit of time on Cush's channel on the Hub. A little later on, we're going to hit that live up, talk to some of y'all. I appreciate the great Lord Danhausen for giving me my channel back. He don't want me to curse, right? But I'm gonna be cursing. I'm gonna be cursing. He's gonna take over the channel next year anyway. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get up with you guys later.